All right, what is up, my peeps? Joshua Smith at GSD Mode Studios with another weekly Leveling Up episode. So today I'm here to talk to you guys today about the power of vision boards and manifestation, if I could talk, aka visualization, and what these can do for you and help you create, and why I have found them to be so important, why I use them, all that fun shit, right? So now the first thing that I want to say with this is when I started this process, right? The first time I was told to do a vision board, I'm like, dude, screw that shit. Like, what is this, kindergarten time again? Like arts and crafts time. I thought it was lame. I didn't want to give into it. I thought it was stupid, right? But I had a mentor of mine that I committed to their advice of doing it 1 year, and I had to experience the power of this. So hopefully, your mind is a little bit more open than mine was during my success journey here, and you have some open-mindedness to this, right? So I want to talk to you guys about the power of this and what it can do in your world, and how to have success with it. But real quick, before I jump into this, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button below. Once you hit that subscribe button, boom, that bell's going to pop up. Click that bell. Right, that will allow you to get alerted every time we release a new piece of content video just like this one, which is all great free content, nothing being sold, just helping you grow your life, grow your business, expand, and kick ass. If you're listening to this on audio, so if you're on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you're listening to this, make sure to leave us a 5-star raving review. By getting those 5-star raving reviews and having you subscribe to the channel, it allows us to grow the channel at a higher level, right? And how is that possible, right? When I get asked to subscribe to people's YouTube channels, I'm like, what the fuck do I want to subscribe? I want to watch your shit. I'll just go there and watch the shit. Yeah, right? Now, after doing this podcast for 4 years, here's how it helps, right? When we're looking to get big hitters on the podcast to interview, to be able to pick their brain and share that content with you guys, again, for free on this channel, and help you, along with myself and all of us, grow in life. One of the first questions that they ask is how many subscribers do you have? Right? They got to make it worth their time. They got to make sure it's growing their audience. So when I go to them and say, oh, we have 140,000 monthly downloads, they're like, well, come back to us when you have 500,000. Yeah, right? Like, I want to get the hitters, man. I want to get Gary Vee on here and, all the other big names and hitters out there in the industry, and we can all learn and grow from. So that's under the rhyme to the reason, in case you're always wondering, like, why is Josh always asking us to do this shit, right? Also, make sure that you're sharing this with any others that you feel could grow and have an impact from this as well. All right, so let me break this down. So the reality is, you guys, with vision boards and visualization or manifestation, whatever you want to call it, you got to understand that out of sight, out of mind. All right, so just yesterday, inside my Mastery Bootcamp private mentorship coaching program, where I coach real estate agents from all over the United States and Canada, I had one of our bootcamp members, because I'm coaching and hitting so heavily right now on goal planning, goal setting, and business planning for the next year as we're winding down 2019 and stepping into 2020. And one of the questions or comments that I got was, look, man, I go through this process and I'm always fired up for like the first 90 days of the year. Then I go back to my old ways. I lose the drive. I lose the inspiration. I lose the motivation. And I don't stay in that fired up, inspired state to make my goals a reality, right? And then the result is I fall short of my goals year after year. And we don't want that to happen, right? So law of diminishing intent is as real as gravity. It exists, right? Like, how many times have you been on a Thursday like, I think I'm going to start hitting the gym, right? So you go sign up at the gym. You go fucking shopping, buy all your clothes, get your supplements. You're like, I'm starting Monday. And so Thursday, dude, you're gung-ho about it. Friday, you're still gung-ho about it. Saturday, you kind of lose a little bit of that. And by Sunday, you're like, I'm good. And then Monday never comes at the gym. Yeah, right? That shit happens. Out of sight, out of mind. So with this, I'm going to take, for my vision board, right? So with my vision board, and maybe we'll do a shot of this where you guys can see this. So those of you watching on YouTube or on the website, gsdbo.com, can see this in my office and kind of see the setup there. I'll do at the end, I'll do a little bonus cut, kind of showing you all the shit I have in my office, right? So you guys can see the environment. Because environment is extremely important. Environment is one of the most important things that you can have or most important critical components to your overall success. An environment isn't just the paintings and posters and bullshit on the wall. It's also the people that you roll with, all of that stuff, right? So your environment has so much to do with your overall success, right? So once I get really clear on what my goals are for the next year, so I know what my actual physical goals are, so I'm going to have those out. So whatever my yearly goals are, and this could be long-term goals as well, yeah, right? But my yearly goals, and then also I'm going to identify like the things that need to happen to make those reality. So different habits that I need to adopt or break, and just overall things that need to happen to make that a reality, right? So like let's just say your goal is to close 250 homes in the next 12 months for those of you that are real estate agents watching this, right? Well, like why is closing 250 homes important to you? Does that allow you to finally take your family on that dream vacation? Does that mean that you can hire now your first assistant, right? That'll take your business to the next level, but also allow you to be at all your kids' events and football games, right? It's deeper than money. Money's just a fucking piece of paper. Yes, it's an important resource that we all need to operate our lives by because we operate in a monetary economy. So money is important, right? But it's the thing that the money allows me to do, right? So you want to go deeper than that. Like think about like, okay, hey, if I were to hire my free assistant, how does that impact and change my life? How does it impact and change my family's life, right? Like right now, my middle child, my son, my oldest son, I guess, if you will, is 9 years old, just started flag football. Right, so he's got games every Thursday and Friday. Games start at 3:30. I'm able to just cut out and be at every single game, right? Like I'm in full control now of my schedule. If I wasn't able to hire those assistants to allow me to do that, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to go on, the snowboarding trips that we go on, hit the mountain every single weekend, right? And go on fall break and spring break, awesome trips with my family. It's my assistants that allowed me to do that, right? My great teammates that allowed me to still have business operate without my involvement on a day-to-day basis, where I can take those breaks in order to do that. So, what I'm saying is, whatever that number of closings and revenue, right? Get clear on like what that does for you. Like what that creates in your life. So I want to have all those things on your vision board. And don't make this just about business, make this about life. Like, what do you want to do? Maybe, hey, if I close X amount of money, I finally get to remodel our house. Yeah, right? I want to get my health in better shape, or get pictures of the person with the perfect body, right? And again, these are things that inspire you. It's not to impress anybody else. They inspire you. So I'm going to create this. For the next 12 months, I want to have this up. But also think of habits. Like you'll see on my vision board, I've got on there, if it's not a yes, it's a hell no. Or if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Right? I got focus on that. I have different things that I need to do each and every day to make those goals a reality. So it's not just all based around the goals. It's also the habits and, again, things that the goals allow me to achieve, and the different things. Like maybe you realize, well, shit, man, I got to set 500 appointments to make that goal reality. We'll have 500 appointments set on there. Right? Then place this vision board. So if you look at mine, like you got to hang the board. Right? Hang the board. And I hang this where you spend most of your time throughout the day. So you see it all throughout the day. So you're going to see mine is right above my computer. Well, right above, slightly to the left, but I'm seeing it every day. Every day I walk in the office, I see it. Every time I look up from my computer, I see it. It's in front of my mind all day, every day, where I spend the most time throughout my day. Right? I have all my staff do this. We go through this as a year. Those who have teams and brokerages, right? We as a company, we take half of a day and do a vision board day. Right? Where we all create our vision boards. Everybody takes turns, gets up in front of the group, explains their vision board, what's important to them, why it's important, so we can support each other. But then you go into each of their offices, dude, it's all on top of their computers. Right? We want to keep this stuff front of mind. Then we want to take it a step further. So that's the board itself. And this is where the manifestation and visualization comes in. And this is, something that I learned from Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's great book. And one thing that he identified and discovered during his 20 years that Andrew Carnegie commissioned him to go study the most elite human beings on the planet, his black book, if you will, the most successful people on the planet. Dude devoted 20 years of his life just to studying these human beings, wrote a book about it called Think and Grow Rich, right? And he's like, well, look, one thing that they all had in common, all the greats, is he spends so much time in visualization. So again, what do you want to call it? Visualization, manifestation, I don't care what you want to call it, right? But that is you then visualizing your life as if those things already exist. So what I recommend is to spend 10 to 20 minutes a day, right? So and when I say 10 to 20 minutes, start with 10 with the goal of getting up to 20 minutes, right? But visualize your life as if that thing already exists. Now this is going to get kind of woo-woo, on you, but it's just a reality, right? And again, all the greats do it. Doesn't matter if it is athletes or entrepreneurs, right? Your body can't tell the difference between the conscious and subconscious, right? Like so you want to create this as if it already exists in your life, in your world, inside your head. So as an example, this office that we're in right now, I'm looking for a new building, right? I haven't found it yet. But like in my head, like I have created the building and I visualize myself already walking into that building every single day, the artwork, the layout, what it's going to look like, what it's going to be like. Like I'm already working in the building in my head during this time before it even exists. So maybe you have your dream house. And I think that this is an example Napoleon Hill gives and Think and Grow Rich. He's like visualizing yourself pulling up in your dream car, in your dream driveway, getting out of your car, putting the key into the front door, walking in the front door. Maybe your dog comes up and you're petting your dog. You go set your stuff down in your dream office, go in, say hi to your spouse, your kids, cook he's like, dude, cook meals in your kitchen. Like you're visualizing this stuff happening, right? So if you look at like Michael Jordan, he played the game in his head before the game came about. Michael Phelps did this too, the most decorated gold Olympic athlete ever in all time in all sports involved with the Olympics. There was a race where his goggles malfunctioned and he didn't have sight when he was swimming the race, but he won the race, won a gold medal during that race. And he was asked afterwards, they're like, dude, like, how did you do that even when your goggles malfunctioned? And he's like, look, I already ran that race, thousands of times in my head. Like I didn't need the goggles. I didn't even need vision for it. I already ran it so many times. His coach that he worked with for so many years called it play the tapes, right? So he would have him every single night before he go to bed. Part of his routine was close his eyes and visualize himself like he'd swim the whole entire race in his head before he ever swam it. So he played the tapes over and over and over so many times in his head, right, that he didn't need vision then to go do it. He had already done it. Right? That is the power then of combining these. But then, right, when you're doing this daily, you're doing your visualization exercises every single day and manifesting, visualizing, meditating, whatever the hell you want to call it, based on this, and you've got that vision board up in front of your head and you're in front of mind every single day, you don't suffer from the out of sight, out of mind. The law of diminishing intent. You don't get into after the first 90 days of this year, and then all of a sudden, boom, the inspiration, the motivation, loss of purpose, whatever, doesn't diminish, right? But you gotta make this part of your daily ritual, and this is an extremely powerful way that I have found it to happen. So, I recommend to at least give it a try. It may work for you, it may not. One of my mentors, Darren Hardy, he thinks vision boards are the dumbest thing on the fucking planet. Right? But I am a student, not a follower. Right? So I chose to... even though I had resistance to it, chose to try it based on another extremely successful mentor of mine. And it's been a massive game changer for me. And also those inside my company, dude, they friggin' love it. And because they're seeing the power of all those things becoming a reality each and every day and every year in their lives as well. And it's massively powerful. So hopefully you found this helpful. Don't just listen to this though, right? Go out there and take action on it. We're not here to masturbate. We're not here to mentally masturbate, right? We're not here to play with our thoughts. Like, don't let this just tickle your ears and sound cool. Go out there, take action on it, do it, try it, see the power and experience the power for yourself. All right, so real quick before we hang up here, you guys, make sure to check out and join our private Facebook group that's designed for just GSD Mode podcast listeners, which is the GSD Mode Real Estate Agent Mastermind. It's a private Facebook group, nothing being sold on there. I've got a very strict no selling policy. Anybody post anything spammy, salesy, I delete, block, kick them out of the group immediately. We have a zero tolerance policy for that. It's a safe place for all of us to mastermind, to keep inspired and keep taking action, and just congregate with other like-minded people from all over the planet. thousands and thousands of real estate agents and entrepreneurs from all over the planet inside that group. So make sure to join that group. Make sure to check us out at gsdmode.com, where you can see other great content like this, plus our podcast interviews, plus more free training, tools, resources, all free to help you grow your real estate business. And lastly, make sure to check out growmyrealestatebusiness.com. This is a free 3-hour in-depth online masterclass I'm doing right now. We've had over 10,000 agents, real estate agents come through that. Feedback has been massive. It's one of the best trainings I've ever put on, right? It is 3 hours, it is long, it is in depth, but I didn't want to create some fluff training that just inspires, right? But doesn't give you actual strategy to go out there and execute on. So I give you everything that you need for while you're on the training, and then I give you all the resources that you need after the training so you can implement, execute, and this training will be a game changer for you. So make sure to go check out growmyrealestatebusiness.com. Register for the training. It's 3 hours, so block off that time. But I promise you, it will not be a waste of your time. It'll be some of the best 3 hours that you've ever spent. I hold nothing back, right? Give everything that I know, I do, that has worked massively in my real estate career during that training. So go check us out, growmyrealestatebusiness.com. Thanks again for watching, all your support. Keep kicking ass, and I'll see you next time. Peace. All right, so we are standing in my personal private office. So before we show you all this stuff, or I show you all this stuff and give you the full tour here, first thing I want to say is understand that this is my daily man cave, if you will, right? I'm not bringing clients in here. This is my space where I create, where I develop and create content and do all the shit I got to do. But I want a space, as I said earlier, man, environment matters. You got to create the environment that inspires you to have constant visuals of things that are really important to you to keep you driven and keep you motivated. So I'm sharing that because my wife is always joking with me, saying this looks like a high school kid's bedroom or some shit because I got shit tacked all over. But over here you can see, so this is my workstation, stand-up desk. I'm always rotating between my footboard down there, plus regular standing, sitting, always rotating that. I've got my vision board here. And again, just things that motivate and inspire and are good reminders, right? This is a message my daughter created for me a couple years ago. Keep trying. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Follow your dreams. Your dreams take you to special places. Use your imagination. She spells like her daddy. And different reminders of what I need to be doing on a daily process and what I need to do daily. Got the reason the GSD down here. And then again, throughout here, as you go through, just posters, quotes, sayings that just mean something to me. They don't need to mean something to anybody else but me as we come through. Like, I love Siberian tigers, so I got Siberian tiger shit everywhere. And again, this is just an environment and a space that constantly keeps me in the mental state I need to keep in to go out there and take the action I gotta take, right? Because we all suffer from the, oh man, I don't want to take action right now, or the middle of the day hits and you hit that wall and you're like, fuck, I don't want to do this. Well, I just look around me and I just see things that pump me up everywhere and keep reminding me of why to push each and every day. So shit's really important. So hope you enjoyed that tour. Keep kicking ass, and I'll see you next time. Peace.